Hello everybody, this is another puzzle challenge video. My name is Ryan Murphy and I'm posting this for chessuniversity.com. It's the end of the regular week, so we are at the end of our intermediate puzzles. This is the last one of the week for the under 1500 crowd, and then tomorrow we'll be moving into the weekend puzzles, which are slightly harder. This game comes to us from chess.com, played in a blitz tournament between the players Wang and Milkovic, 1800 and 2400 level players respectively. And in this position, it's black to play and win with a nice little combination. So hopefully you guys spot the combo, and if you have the answer, you think you have it, you can post it on chessuniversity.com on our official post. And if you get the correct answer before we put the solution guide up tomorrow, you can get reward points on your account. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can leave a comment on YouTube as well. Always appreciate that. It's good to know people watch the videos. But if you comment on the embedded video on the website, that's even better. All right. So let's go back to the beginning of this game. It's actually not too many moves. This was on move 15 here that black landed this nice tactical shot. So, and then went on to win the game, of course. So the game began with the Sicilian moves: e4, c5, knight f3, knight c6. White goes for the Rossolimo, bishop to b5, trying to take the knight. g6, castles, bishop g7, rook to e1, knight to f6, c3. Very typical idea for white. There's many ways to play here with white against in the Rossolimo, but one of those standard plans is to play for d4, which is what white does in this game. Sorry, castles h3 and e5, trying to clamp down on the d4 square, making life a little bit harder for white. But white is not deterred in the slightest and goes ahead and plays d4 right away, which is perhaps a bit rushed. It's also very playable to just go d3 in these positions and maneuver the knight around, maybe to get to the c4 square, and of course developing the bishop is a good idea without overextending the center. But okay, d4 was chosen, so everybody takes everybody. And here I think black's doing pretty well because this e4 pawn seems very exposed. In the game, black played queen b6, putting pressure on the knight and then also indirectly on the bishop because the knight protects the bishop. And this kind of forces white to do something about the tension. They have to take this one way or the other. So in the game, knight takes c6 is played. Going back, rook e8 is also a nice alternative for black here, putting pressure on the center pawn, which is typical in the Sicilian. Also would give black a good game, but queen b6 is tricky, and it does force white to release the tension, so that's usually good. So trade, bishop c4, knight to d7, looking perhaps at knight e5, hitting this bishop, knight c5 to apply pressure, but also just unleashing the bishop along the diagonal, which creates some pressure over here on b2, which is already under fire by the queen. So white goes queen b3 to protect, knight to e5, hitting the bishop, an exchange of queens, which favors black in this case because recapturing with the a-pawn opens up the a-file for the rook, and now this is already pretty dangerous for white. There's tactical problems on the b2 square potentially, also on the a2 square if these pieces get removed from their current posts. And after bishop b3, which is a blunder basically, black is already winning. A better defense would be to move the bishop along this diagonal back to like f1 or e2. I would play to f1. This is very standard in these positions to make sure the rook stays open on the e-file. And there's a huge variety of moves here for black. Black just has a good position. b5 is a nice one, restricting this bishop, giving a square to the knight on c4. Be very unpleasant to face such a move. Of course, you can develop the bishop. Bishop e6 is logical. You can move the f8 rook to the d-file or the e-file. Both of those seem reasonable as well. A lot of good moves here for black, but my point is that white's not losing by force right away, so the game would continue in this case. But after bishop b3, it's already black to play and win. So hopefully you guys spot it. Make sure you post on chessuniversity.com if you want those reward points. Check it out anyway, there's a lot of cool videos on the site. So hope you guys like this puzzle, and I'll see you tomorrow for the advanced level puzzles.